Okay, everyone. Hey, welcome. This is Steve Swartz, and it's a Sunday evening, so you probably don't even know I wear glasses. But lately, I can't walk down the stairs with them, but I can. They help me here, just on the computer sometimes reading things. Anyway, so want to welcome you guys out, and excited because what we're going to do here with this mastermind is really create a Facebook group that's going to lead you guys into some really cool training. And I'm not going to take a lot of your time this evening, but we want to go through some things and then kind of show you some stuff of where we're taking this and why we're doing it, okay? So one of the first things, again, I'm Steve. I'm a founder in RX. I've been in RX since day one. And, I know what it's like to have a job and do network marketing and then and be able to quit that job and then continue to make money in network marketing, really big money, good money that quite honestly, I probably would have never made in corporate America. I guarantee I would have never made that. So what I want to do is I've been building the business in a lot of different places around the world, and I want to bring it back to the U.S., and I want the U.S. market to start really rocking. Not that it's not rocking. It's doing pretty good, but it can do a lot better. And but there's certain things that you have to do in your business, the way you think about things, the way you operate. You have to do these things, and so I want to make sure you guys are doing that stuff. I'm excited about it. So we're going to have real world training in here, and I brought along a couple of great leaders with me as well. And one of them is Stefan Page. Matter of fact, Stefan is a chairperson in the company. That means he's made in a week over 6,000 base commissions, and he's a six-figure income earner in RX, and he has a team. This is him with Mark Wilson, the president, and then KJ, the manager for Korea, one of his Korean leaders. And Stefan basically owns the Korean market. I mean, crazy, right? The whole thing's underneath him. So
amazing.
I know, amazing, right? And Stefan comes from Quebec, so his first language is French. And matter of fact, his kids, everybody, if you go to Quebec up there in Montreal, the whole area up there, it's French. It's French. That's what they speak. The signs are in French, and they put up with the English speakers. But Stefan also speaks English, obviously, and he's a great marketer, a great network marketer, and he helps his team. People love him, and what's not to like about Stefan? I mean, and so I know he's got some other groups he's in and Facebook groups, but what we wanted to do is kind of bring the people together and grow this. We're not going to make a big thing. Hey, you need to be a part of this. It's going to grow. And this is where we're going to bring our prospects. Our prospects are going to be able to come into this. We're going to add them to, because we're going to make this a fun group. Okay. And I'll go into more of that, but I wanted to make sure Stefan's here. Hey, Stefan, can you talk? Not sure. Not yet. Zoom is a new one for him. I don't know. I just said he was a great internet marketer and stuff. I'm not sure.
Oh, here he is. You want me to unmute him?
Yeah. I had him unmuted, I thought.
Nope. Hang on. Yeah, I'll do it.
Maybe. I don't know what I'm doing. So we'll just prove that the learning curve here is so easy.
Here it is. Unmute. Oh, you're going to have to do it.
Am I?
I think you're going to have to do it. Man, I tried to unmute him.
Now it sounds like someone's becoming a pain. Not really. And we're going to be fun in here. We're not going to be taking ourselves so serious. So if you want all the politically correct stuff, I don't know. I'm not doing it. So I don't even know where I go and do that. Oh, there we go. Manage participants. Stefan. How'd you get muted again?
Hey, guys.
There you
are.
Ah, finally.
So
You're giving a speech by yourself.
We're learning.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were making fun of me with my French signs and French.
You're cutting out a little bit. You're cutting out.
Am I cutting out? Okay, maybe not a bad spot. I'll try to move here. Is it getting better?
It's getting better.
Okay.
Yes, hang out the window.
Yeah, that's what I'm going there.
What are you, shopping right now? Where are you?
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, I'm actually at the grocery store. My wife had to stop by, and I thought it was at 9 o'clock.
I knew you got messed up with the 9 o'clock. I knew that was going to happen. So anyways.
That's okay. I'm here.
No worries. Yeah. But we just want to do some introductions, and I want to give you an introduction. You can, and I'm going to go next to Woodson, and I just want to make sure people know you're here. Keep shopping, keep doing your thing. And here's Woodson. Woodson spoke at, and by the way, Stefan and Woodson also have won the trip to Cancun. I as well. But as a founder, they pay for you to go anyways. But I decided to win both of them. So I don't know. I think I get like not cruise, Cancun winner. Did I say cruise? I always think of cruise, but we're going to Cancun in a couple of weeks. And so Stefan won that, and also Woodson Gardner. Woodson Gardner's, been a multiple six-figure earner, has made over $1 million in network marketing, and is obviously like the face of Joe Bay. It's amazing. Her videos, people love it. She's an international sensation now that she's talked to the team in the UK. I think she has more friends over in the UK now than she knows what to do with, and she did a webinar for them last week, I believe, and they just love Woodson. And Woodson's dedicated to her team, and so she has really great training. She's great at communicating. She's heading up tomorrow to do an event in New York City, and wanted her to have her be a part of this mastermind and really help lead it. And so, Woodson, welcome aboard.
Thank you so much. It's a huge honor. I can't wait for us to grow this, and it's really going to be a one-stop shop to help kickstart all of your new people and also get us all back to the basics and moving in the same direction. So I really think this is, I'm just thrilled to be a part of it. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, the secret to network marketing success is actually doing simple things and doing it consistently, right? And not trying to get everyone, obviously we want others to be successful, which is why we're doing the mastermind. But what you're going to see is you do the simple actions and you don't try to get tricky. And if you're not doing those actions, it's no mystery why you're not making it happen, okay? And so we're going to focus on getting customers and getting results with getting people that are interested also in making more income. Frankly, I know a lot of people, will raise somebody up from a customer and the person gets a product experience like, wow, okay, I can make money. There's other of us that were straight up looking to make a lot of more money because I was at corporate America and I was like, man, I was out of the military and I was an officer. I was in charge of a lot of things. When I tell people and I actually break it down and talk to people about what I did in the military, they're like, I can't even imagine. And I'm like, I know. You guys just think like some movie or something. It's like not even the case. I remember one of the first thing I did, I signed for like $4 million in equipment. I was like, so you're meaning like I'm responsible for this? I was like, ooh, okay. And so, just a lot of things like this. And so I had a lot of leadership experience early, right? The stuff that, you read these leadership books and a lot of them have good points, but I'm like, you know what? It's called like actually really doing this stuff where you're leading people makes a big difference. And so, sometimes I'm known for just like getting it done. I'm known, sometimes I don't like have time for the fluff. So that's why we have Woods. Well, not that Woodson's fluff and neither is fun, but they're definitely softer than me. Okay. And they can be. And so we're going to have that mixture. And I think that's always part of what a mastermind is. You have different personalities and you have people that have different strengths. Woodson is like the master, sales. I think Woodson's like one of the best like communicators I've ever met. And she makes you feel so good. Like that. Me, I might just charge through things and just, who knows what happens, but we end up winning. I don't know. Right. So I'm just being straight up. So if I can become a founder, who knows? What you can do. And so this is what we're going to do in this mastermind. And so the agenda for tonight, real fast, is we're going to cover our calendar. And I'm going to get you to start thinking differently in your business. I want you to start, I know, wherever you are, I don't care. Maybe you won a cruise, maybe you won a trip a year ago and you didn't win it now. Maybe you were making $500 a week or $1,000 a week and now you're not. Or maybe, you've been in here for a long time and you really want to make it work and it's not working yet. Like something's not clicking or something's not happening. You know what? Most people quit in this business so quickly because, it's not a lot to join. There's really no accountability, right? To be straight up, I can't make you guys come to webinar on Sunday night. You can say, well, Steve, that's a night where we do church, we do this. Hey, there's going to be something every night. And you have to make the decisions what you're going to do. And we're going to provide value here. So as we provide real world value, and you're going to start seeing it as of tomorrow morning and actually tonight a little bit. Okay, you're going to start seeing it. You're going to start experiencing it. And you're going to start to notice a difference. We're going to give you actionable things that you can do to build your business because I'm not about running around like doing firewalks, okay? It ain't happening, all right? Like that's cool, but I would rather teach you how to get somebody into your business, somebody in as a customer, because that's really what it's all about. And so when you start making that decision, no matter where you are, whatever you think you were, or whatever happened, whatever your story is, change it right now. We can change it tonight and make a big, big difference for you. So there's people in here on this webinar, like Cynthia. She's in it. Cynthia has like all of like the UK. I mean, it's unbelievable, like the whole thing, because she invited this person. She went to this training. She did this. Boom. But Cynthia will tell you her business isn't where she wants it to be, which is pretty cool because her business is like seriously set up. But she wants to do little different things. All of us have that. I have it. Okay? That's why I'm doing this also. I have things I want to accomplish, and I want to bring you guys along with that. But it takes commitment. It takes effort. And there's no such thing as easy, right? I was reading something the other day, and people say, oh, if I ask any of you what you did for a living, is like in the before RX, and even if you're doing something now, was it easy? Was it easy to do it? I know there's trainers on here. Was it easy? Did you say like, hey, I'm going to become a trainer, or I'm going to go work at Dell Computer because it's so easy. I'm going to go, that's easy. I'm going to go do that, right? No, it all takes work. Everything takes work, and so does network marketing. So tonight we're going to cover the calendar. We're going to show you that. I'm going to tell you a couple of things you need to do. And if you don't do them, then you're kind of a knucklehead. I'm just going to be straight up. Like, if I tell you to do it, okay? If it stinks and you got to make a Twitter account, and I don't like Twitter, and I don't like, who cares? Do it, okay? Like, there's the social media is not for teenagers, okay? If you want to make money, social media, and you don't have a social media presence at all, get one. We can get one, and we can work on that. We can build you up. But maybe you need to get a Twitter account set up. Maybe you had one, delete it, get a new one, because we're going to have you follow us on some platforms that require you to have a Twitter account. Okay, big deal. Mindset. I'm kind of touching into that right now. Your mindset has to be that you're going to make this happen no matter what. You're not deciding whether it works. I'm not sure. You got to make that decision. The first thing in leadership, I'm just going to let you know straight up, as a military officer, the first thing in leadership they teach us, make a decision. And then they start saying, oh, okay, well, the decision, that was a terrible decision. But first off, they don't get them second guessing. Hey, you make that decision, boom. And that's what you got to do. You got to decide you're going to do this. And then maybe make better decisions, right? Okay, you made a decision, but that way you went the wrong way. Like in the military, that's what they do with us. Hey, but your judgment, use better judgment. Oh, okay. So now, once we make that decision, we're going to build this business. Now we're going to make the judgment calls that are going to get us the results, okay? So our mindset is key. If you're half in and not sure and all that, how would that work in anything? It doesn't work, right? I can tell you right now, if you build a business and you built one leg and made no money this year, just one leg and you made nothing, and then the next year you build it, you got a six-figure income, and depending on how you built it, you probably have that six-figure income in a company like this. You're going to have it for the rest of your life, okay? It's going to take work. I'm not saying you just get in, boom, do nothing. But if you built one leg and you built a leader and they were making, even like $500 a week, $1,000 a week, you built two of those, you got two legs optimizing every week's 2,000. The income position bonus, about $500. You'll probably be making matching bonus. That's about 3,000, so it's about $500 probably. Add all those together. That's without any ASAPs. That's without any other things. That's not even with the savings, which you would almost be optimizing the savings at that point, getting an extra almost $500 a week also. So right there, you're at $3,000 a week. I don't know about you. My friends have stayed 20 years working in corporate America, and they're still not to that level. If you kick butt and you take it serious for a couple of years here, that can be you. But if you start today and you go and you do a little bit tomorrow, and then next week, then you have your story about why you couldn't do it. Well, you know what? It's going to be tough for you to build, right? Because consistency. The best thing I did is on a daily basis, when I had a job and I worked a lot of hours and I worked night shift, what I did is I made sure I did something on the business every day. Whether it was a half an hour, whether it was a phone call, I had to do something, at least 6 days a week. I didn't really do stuff on Sundays. We are here doing some training, which is great because it sets the week up. But I'm telling you, that's what your mindset has got to be, that you're going to do it. The how-tos, we're going to figure those out. But you have to decide you're doing it, okay? And that's the big deal. Calendar. If you go to this link, it's going to pull up, but I'll just do it here. And this is where the glasses come on, folks. because reality sets in. And we got to have fun doing this too, because if we're too serious, no one wants to be around us. All right. And you got to know, if you're working with me, we're always laughing and having fun. All right. So what we have a calendar, and it's actually, I believe it's still marketleadersmastermind.com. We'll pull up this calendar. And what we have in RX, okay, and this is kind of the mindset, is in RX we have a weekly compensation plan. And okay, do you guys understand that? I hope so. So we have a weekly compensation plan, meaning that on Friday evening at, all things Utah, right? Midnight Utah, so that's 11 p.m. on Friday night, California time, Pacific time, 2 in the morning, basically Saturday, right? Eastern time, because it all revolves around Mountain time, right? If you didn't know that, that is your new Greenwich Mean Time, or whatever you want to call it, right? That's now Utah time, okay? So at 12 o'clock Utah time, that's when the week, you can say, it cuts off, and then it starts over. That's when they can say, okay, whatever you did till 12 o'clock midnight Utah time, boom. Now now it starts, okay? So we're already 2 days in, right? Saturday night, midnight, 11, boom. That's when they cut it off, and they calculate your commissions, and then they pay you the next Friday based on what you earn, okay? If you didn't make much, we got to do more, right? We got to do something more. So what we want to do is, if we did a call on Monday night, that'd be cool. But you know what? Monday night, we'd already be 3 days down, and we're starting to figure out what we're going to do. That's not good. We want to get it done now. So we're going to do Sunday nights. If it's not good for you, I don't know. It's going to be good for us, and we're going to hope you figure something out, or maybe rearrange your day. And I get it. Maybe you'll have to miss 60 minutes and the traditional pot roast or whatever the heck it is. I don't know. But 8 o'clock Eastern is when you're getting it. On the 5 o'clock, boom. So we're doing the training, and we're going to be doing these trainings, setting you up for the week, plus doing real stuff, like real communication training. We'll have a topic. We'll have how did someone get a customer? And we're going to be doing these things, and we're going to be formulating the training. We'll put a little more of a calendar of agenda for those trainings. But then on Mondays, you'll notice here, let me see if I'll just hit edit. I think it'll pop it up. And this is a link tomorrow. If you click that link, okay, and it's in there when you see it on the calendar. We just set it up for tomorrow at 12, and tomorrow at 12 we will be doing 12 Eastern. All these times on this thing are Eastern, by the way. Let me orientate you to the thing. It's all Eastern times. So at 9 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to be doing with Stefan and Woodson. We're going to be on a blab. See, Periscope is cool. Periscope is a way to live broadcast. You can just be walking on wherever you are, on the beach, whatever, and you could be on Periscope and broadcast. Problem is, Periscope things disappear in 24 hours. You can, Periscope's really popular, all right, for live broadcasting. But what we're going to do is a blab, and blab is good. I know it's kind of funny, but we're going to be blabbing away tomorrow. And what we wanted to do on Monday is do Marketing Mondays, okay? So we're going to come up with a marketing topic, and that doesn't mean we're going to be teaching you go to do Facebook marketing and all that stuff necessarily, but what's going to be is marketing things exactly what you should say on posts, other things that you can do, and giving you marketing strategies to make your business more marketable. I don't know, are you watching the comments? I keep seeing this thing pop down, and it makes me nervous. Somebody's thinking if I'm not saying something. But so Marketing Mondays, that's going to be like a theme for us, because we want you to have a marketing mindset, right? And marketing can just be, hey, how do I think about things as I'm going throughout the day? What am I looking at? What am I saying to people? How am I creating conversations? So that's Marketing Monday. And it's going to go to Talking Tuesday, right? We're kind of I'm sure they have Taco Tuesday over here, but we're going to do Talking Tuesday. And Talking Tuesday is we're going to dive deep into the inviting formula type stuff. How do you start conversations? What does it mean to get below the surface? How do you answer objections? Wouldn't that be good? And we'll have that kind of stuff. And what I want you to be doing is we're going to be presenting a webinar. And the webinar is going to be a live event. So the way you look at this business, and we're going to have a recorded webinar. So we're going to do a webinar, and we're going to record it. Okay. And so you can be having people watch that. But the Marketing Monday, Talking Tuesday, those are extra trainings. You might be at a job, you might not be able to go there, but you'll be able to go and watch the replay. Okay. And let me back this up a second. In a weekly compensation plan, can you see my mouse moving around? Woodson, just like nod. Is that good? So in a weekly compensation plan, what we want to be focused in the week is from Sunday, like even from Saturday, right? From Saturday, previous, Sunday, Monday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Those are our strong inviting days. Those are the days where we're inviting people to look at something, whether it's product or business. That's what we're doing. Okay, and so we're going to be getting people to come through like a recorded webinar, have them watch some different videos because we have a lot of different videos from RX that we can create interest with. But we want to get first exposures. We want to get people exposed to the opportunity, and we want that are interested, right? We want to have people looking at that, and we want to be driving people to this live webinar 9 o'clock Eastern. Okay. On Wednesday. And that's where we'll do a live webinar. It can be the same webinar that we actually have recorded. But guess what? When you do it live, it just makes it better. It makes it more real. We can tell more stories, okay? And so from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're driving people to the webinar. And if they want to see right away, we'll have a recorded webinar, all right, that they can watch. But we want to get people to the live event, all right? And then on Thursday, this is when you're following up. And you can follow up after the webinar, but on Thursdays, Friday is like your follow-up, follow-through. Follow-up is I get back with a person, and then, hey, I've got this other question. Boom, they get that. They look at that, whatever. Follow-through is you follow through to help them get the products or get results, get the products as a customer or become a rep, okay? And this is the way we want to do it. We want to do the 1, 2, 3, the first 3 days is we're driving people to look at we're exposing people to when I say exposing, we're basically inviting people to look at the information. We're getting people to come in, and then Wednesday, we're driving them to that event. And then on Thursday, Friday, we're following up. Those people that are not ready, push them to the next week, and that's why you got to have enough prospects to keep following up with them, okay? And then what we're going to do is do a new rep training, and we're going to be enlisting some of you all that have been around to help us with the new rep training. And we're going to give you little directives, and we're going to have a new rep training on Saturday. And it's going to be where you can bring your new people in. And we're going to get conditioned into this thing. And different people are going to do some of these trainings so it doesn't become a job for someone that, oh my gosh, every Saturday I got a job, right? But we're going to set the precedence. We're going to get this going. And I hope that you appreciate what's going to happen here, because this is the team I'm building. And whether people keep coming to this or not, I don't know. But I know the new people I bring in, they're going to be doing this. And I know this is the recipe. This is the recipe of how I got out of my job. I did this even with a job. I did this kind of schedule. Boom, boom, boom. Invite to the thing. Strong inviting days, the first 3, Thursday, Friday. I didn't find that if I invited people on Friday, it worked out as well, because people are kind of like most people are thinking of the weekend. They're thinking of that thing. Now, I'm not trying to put that on you. I'm just going from my experience. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, follow up Thursday, Friday. Saturday's a new week. Boom, here we go again. And you kind of just line it up again. And it was just consistency. Some weeks were better than others. Some weeks were terrible. Some weeks I signed up 4 people. Next week's, maybe I didn't get somebody to sign up. But you know what? Over time, I've averaged always bringing someone in new a week. When I was able to bring someone new into my business every week doing this, okay? And I think if you have more prospects, you can do more. So it's all about us doing a little bit, right? And what we're going to focus on. So that's the calendar. Does anybody have, I don't know if they're the chat, what's going on? Can you guys, you can't see can you see the chat thing? Yeah, you can? No. All right. Okay, you're doing it. So I'll just put it over here. Okay, cool. All right, so we got that handle. Woodson, you got that handle. You can mute yourself. Are we good? Woodson? Thought I unmuted you. Maybe I did such a bad job I kicked her out. I have no idea. Anyways, So that's going to be, so Woodson, you can come back and talk. And then we have, let me just go here. Let me go back to the PowerPoint. So that's the calendar, okay? And the opportunity, this is going to be the link. Like if you want someone to go to the live Wednesday night, you can just give a Market Leaders Mastermind Live. Okay, I know it's a little long. Market Leaders Mastermind Live. And that will be the link. That will be 9 o'clock Eastern set up for the webinar, okay? If you go there right now, it'll probably like be waiting or whatever. But if they go there at 9 o'clock, that'll be ready. And we'll work around this, but I think that's going to work just fine right there, okay? So that's that. And then engagement, okay? Engagement, so important in the Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, what we're going to do, by the way, I hope you guys liked, I didn't do that, by the way. I paid someone to do this. It's pretty good. I think it looks pretty good, the cover. But, you know, we're going to take this serious. And in here, I'm going to be ending up putting some, there's only a couple files in here now, but I'm going to be putting files in here that you guys can access. Inside photos, we'll actually put some videos in here as well that you can access. But we're going to be pretty calculated in here. Let me see here. Hold on. Okay, I've got all this control here. What am I doing here? Let me manage. Sorry. Let me get Woodson unmuted.
All right.
Sorry about that. I'm just dominating.
No, would you stop it? I don't have anything to say. I've been laughing out loud. I'm just excited about all this. So I've been keeping up with the chat and
appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fun. I love it. Everybody's going to have a huge stage here, and that's what we need. We totally. Oh, hey, Ronnie, and Stefan. Are you kidding me? The guy's chairperson. He's got practically. I mean, he's got a whole country underneath him, much less. And so do you, Steve. Good grief. I'm just the nice one. So when they hit you in the head with a big hammer, I'll say, "And we love you."
Yes. Well, that's it.
I'm the mother hen.
Yeah. You're a go-getter, and so I love it.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
So here's what we're gonna do. Inside the Mastermind Facebook group, there's going to be areas we're talking about. There's going to be mindset. There's going to be tactical training, like basically training that is, what do you say? What do you do? Okay. But a lot of this has to do with how you're thinking about it, right? So that's your mindset training. What do you are you setting yourself up for success, or are you worried, or whatever? So we're going to make this market mastermind, leaders mastermind deal inside the Facebook group. We got to get this where you guys are engaging and that kind of stuff. Posting random things about RX, don't do it in here. I don't really care. Like, I don't want that going on. I know there's things that can happen in here, but I want the real success stuff that is going on, or I talked to this prospect and they said this and I wasn't sure. So then we can we have questions, right? It doesn't have to just we want to have that kind of stuff in here, and we'll lead a lot of this. We'll end up doing some live broadcasts in Facebook. I believe we can do it in here. I'm not sure if we can do it inside a Facebook group, but I'll find out. I'll figure that out. But this is going to be an area where you're going to be able to access trainings and also just everyday tips and success stories. So what we do want to do is anything that you guys are doing to get customers. I want you guys in here posting those things. But the more specific you can get, like if you said, I signed up somebody with a clinical pack, great, we love that. But what really helps us in a mastermind is, I was talking to this guy at the gym and he said this, and then I said that. He came back with, oh, blah, 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 and then I did this, and then actually what happened was he became interested. Oh, okay. See, that's helpful. It can put me in your situation. It motivates me to think, man, even me, I can be like, wow, I could do that. I should go do that, right? Woodson, I don't know. Woodson, those are the real world things.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And we really want to share your successes. We've got people that have come up with amazing ways that they're sharing. It could be Jove, it could be 3X fat loss, it could be whatever, and they're getting phenomenal results. And I think, oh, that is such a great nugget. We need to share that with everybody. So this really is going to be a business building platform where I cannot echo what Steve said enough. And then Wednesday nights, as Steve said, we're going to be doing an RX opportunity presentation where we want you to be there, but we want you to feel free to bring guests. I mean, we've got people with major track records presenting the business and RX and the different brands and touching on the comp plan, getting people started in the business. So this is a business building group. And I'm the most excited about that. What time will the Wednesday webinar be, Steve-O?
9 Eastern.
9 Eastern. Wednesday at 9.
So we're going to start that one. I'm just going to tell you a little bit. We're going to start that one kind of like the opportunity, right? And it's going to be, we're going to go into that, like, because a lot of people are looking for opportunity, right? Don't be shy about that. Don't be shy that you have a business here, okay? And that you could possibly be making money and those things, you know, because that's cool. People are looking for opportunity. And so we'll focus into this opportunity of health. We'll go through some of these different things. We'll cover like stuff like this, Kiyosaki, you know, all of these things. We'll go through, you know, the different, you know, parts of the company, cover some of the products, that kind of stuff. You can see I got the different products. We got the before and afters. So we'll cover these things, give credibility, and then we'll go through and we'll do Jove. You know, we got the Jove products, the comparisons, all of this, and I think, and we'll knock this thing out, you know, and we'll keep going. I just want to give you an example. We'll go into the comp plan a little bit, right? We'll go to the comparisons, and we're going to be presenting this like as if the person's looking at like a franchise or something like that, or they're looking for a true business that they can earn income from, and we're going to show them how this is so set up for them to do that. We'll cover some of the things. I think I can even play the video in here, so I don't have to explain the comp plan a whole bunch. I can do this, and we'll also explain how we have other things that we have as far as tools. I'll explain one of our customer acquisition programs, right? How we have that, right? And we have the women's one. So we will talk about that, okay? And then we'll just close it out. I have the different packs and things like that in here. I'll even show the ultimate pack, because if you don't ever tell anyone there's an ultimate pack, no one knows there is one, right? They're like, I would have done that. And you're like, oh, you know, I didn't tell them. So we will cover a little bit of this, okay? Just so they see it. Again, this could be their first exposure. After you talk to them, learn about them, this could be their exposure. They say, I want to earn more money. This can be their exposure, you know? And we'll cover these different things. Why they should get started now, what the momentum phase, you know, before all this happens. And that's pretty much it. And then, you know, it'll be boom. And we'll get through this, all right? And we will help you build your business by making it real. And and we can always tweak things. And by the way, there's not one presentation I've ever seen that works for everybody. What works for everybody is you following up with your prospects, you overcoming, oh, that guy Steve, he was kind of, oh yeah, you know what? Well, here's the thing, you know, the guy quit his job a couple years ago, but you know what? When you said this, so you're able to start talking your way around these things. And you don't make their objection become, you know, the thing that, oh, I didn't get it done, it didn't happen, and you blame it on something else. Hey, you know what? Someone's always selling somebody, right? Either they're telling you why they're not doing it, or you're talking to them about like why they should be doing it. Okay? Just think about that. And so this is what I'm excited about. It's here. We will, you know, like I said, there's nothing that's just everything works all the time. I'm not seeing it. And this is where we're going with it. And so let me just see here. I think I go. So let me get rid of this one for a sec. But the engagement, if you see something and you're not liking it and talking about it, okay, then you should be, right? And what we eventually want to do in our Facebook group is even make it where, you know, like people are getting, like, they have product testimonials in there. We're going to focus on Jove. We're going to focus on the different brands. I think customer getting is going to be done. I think, you know, guys, because, you know, you can make more money with the 3X fat loss too. And they're just tweaking those things or making them better and better. but there's an opportunity for you to get some money up front in that. And so I think that's a good opportunity. And I've seen the results of people going through, and we want to encourage people in that to get their certificates and get that thing done. So if you're in 3X and you don't have your certificate, get it done. Because when you have your certificate, you're way different than someone that stopped on like the third video. Like this guy that stopped on the third video doesn't even have a clue, right? And they're like, I don't know. Huh. Get a certificate, and then you'll be like, bam, and you'll be way more fired up. And I can tell you the affiliate commissions, I've gotten about 18 people on that program in the last month and a half. Now, you could do better, you could do worse, I don't know. I've gotten 18 people. I just got $600 sent to me. Pretty good, you know, better than a kick in the head, right? I mean, it was pretty good. I got an extra commission from the affiliate program. Pretty cool. Then I've got people going through getting really good results, and it's like on autopilot, basically. I like that. We have people that are masters at Jove. Well, we need to learn what they're doing and what they're saying. So we're going to implement those things. So if that's what you want to be, I have people on this webinar that want to be Jove reps. They want to be the #1 Jove rep. Boom, love it. Let's get you the right things to learn. And you can bring people in, they can learn about this. And by the way, when they're in the mastermind, they're seeing us, and we're positive, right? We're positive. We're not putting stupid comments in there, guys. We're not doing politics. We're not making, severe, opinions. Well, we're being positive. We're building people up inside of this, in this mastermind, inside your Facebook group post, and you're learning, you're helping. Great. That's what we want. We want people to be attracted to what we're doing, and that's what we're going to do, okay? So that's where the engagement happens. Now, here, and I'm going to give you one other thing, and then we're actually going to get out of here kind of early. Blab. I mean, what is that? Blab is a platform.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Stefan, I don't know if is Stefan unmuted? I don't know if I can get in.
I think he is. Here's what you see the little, I put it in the chat. It's either a purple owl or it's a purple penguin.
I don't know what it is.
On whatever you think it is. But this is what it'll look like on your phone. See the little, and it's so much fun. And all you have to have is a Twitter account. That's just, if you don't have a Twitter, all you need is a username and a password. That's it. Super simple. It's free. And then go download the Blab app that looks like that, the little purple bird, and it connects to your Twitter account. And Stefan, I hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to pull this up in a minute, Stefan. But okay. I'm going to pull this up real fast. Let me see here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Get rid of my messages here.
It's definitely a great tool because it allows us to communicate between each other. You can see through the Zoom, but there's also the chat session, the chat window, and the videos are recorded, so you can have access to them instantly right after it's being live, and then we can save them and post them on our YouTube account. So there's a lot of great stuff with that. So so the goal is definitely to have an agenda so that every one of us are able to follow with the program. Like every single day, there's something happening. There's something to plug your people to, and just to offer you all the tools and support you need all along. And we're going to need testimonials. So I know some of you have had great success with the business. The others with the products. I'm sorry, I'm outside right now. It's pretty, as you can see, it's pitch black here. I'm trying to move back in the house here. Sorry about that. Hold on. Okay, lights. Whew. And I need to unpack the car at the same time. So bear with me. But basically, that's what it's about, is to offer you all the support you need. And if you have testimonials on the products, we want to bring those on every single week. That would be great to have a place for people to talk about their results. And some of you may feel, oh, I don't want to talk about my experience. I don't feel like, it's me. But understand, it's not about you. It's about the impact you have on other people around you who may have a similar experience or story, and that's how you impact them. So that's why we need to make sure that if you have people on your team or customers that you've helped with, the program, then let's get their success story. Let's make sure we feature them. We need those, And that's how we create that momentum, that energy where people feel, wow, there's something happening. It's not always Woodson, Stefan, and Steve, that are here sharing their story and their things. There's other people that are part of this program. So that's what we want, is we want to create this community, helping each other and create that momentum. And it's definitely through all of these different stories that we're going to create that. And so we need many of those, and we actually have them. That's the thing, is we have so many stories. We just need to pull them, and let's bring them on each week so that we can show everybody that we've got something pretty powerful.
Yeah, really good.
Awesome.
Really good, Stefan. And I think I just figured something out, because I tried to do 2 blabs scheduled, and I think when I scheduled the second one, it killed the first one. So. I'm learning, people. What do you want? But I know when we're on there, what's going to happen is we're going to have the content that's going to matter, right? And I also, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to be doing stuff from locations. I mean, the places I'm going over the next month, man, I'm telling you, get your freaking people on this thing, man. How do I tell you? Get your prospects moving, all right? I'm going to Turks Caicos in 2 weeks, 11 days, all right? Why am I going there?
Nice.
Because I can, right? And I can go there, right? Because RX is allowing me to go there, right? Well, the spring break for the kids. Coming back a week later, boom, we go to Cancun, all on RX. If you don't think we're going to be blabbing and I don't even know where we're going to be blabbing from, I have no freaking idea, right? But we're going to be doing it. And we're going to be coming to you live. And we're going to be coming to you. My phone bill is probably going to be $6,000, but whatever. I don't even know. So, who knows? And then after that, I'm going to
Cancun.
We're going to Cancun. We're going to do that. Woodson and Stefan, all of us will be there. So we'll be doing some trainings from there as well, because why not? You can only sit around for so long, right? After a while, you're like, okay, let's do something, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of people have this fantasy that they're going to do network marketing and then chill out, man. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to okay, you can make money, but you're not going to just retire and kick back and chill. No, you're not, because that's not your personality in the first place. Most likely to get to where you could do that, you're going to be okay, we made this happen. Let's go on to some other goals, right? Because we always want to be growing, and we'll grow our team bigger, or we'll do this, we'll do that. Maybe some other things will happen for you. So there's no game over. I heard Gary Vaynerchuk say this, social media expert. I saw him in person. He said there's no game over. It's game on, right? It's game on. So you get to one level, hey, it's game on to the next. Maybe you get happy with your income and you got a solid income. I had a really solid income previous business. Didn't build it as hard after that. Okay, that was my choice, but I still had really solid income. Okay, big income. And so you have all your goals. You have your different things you want to do. You might have a business with RX that you wanted to fund a nonprofit. Good for you, right? That's maybe your dream. That's maybe your goal. Everyone has different things that can be had here. So over the next months, you're going to have people coming from Turks Caicos, myself. You're going to have people in Cancun,
New York City.
What's that? New York City tomorrow night. I want to see that one. I'm tuning in. I wanted to almost broadcast the thing on a Periscope while it's going on. I mean, it could be done though. I'd love to see that, but no pressure. Anyway, so New York City.
No, we're doing it.
Right? We have people on here that are, and then I'm going to talk about the other people on their team. I'm going to be going to Amsterdam, Netherlands, basically. And then going to the UK, including different parts of England. We have a big event in Liverpool, the Beatles. We'll be there with the Beatles, Beatlemania, on May 7th. And then 8th, we'll be in Dublin, over in Ireland. So from the 29th to the 10th, 9th, I'm going to be traveling, but I'm going to be bringing that back to you to help you build your business so you can see that you can build it here in the United States. You can build it international. All you are is one person away from making your whole city and your whole area huge. There's not an area in RX that's oh, they own it, right? Are you kidding me? There's a team with Duke. They got a good team in Orange County-ish, Anaheim. You know how many people are in Los Angeles? I mean, give me a break, right? Everything is wide open, okay? So I want you to realize that. And your chance to do it is here, okay? So it's right in front of you. And we're going to bring this to you, and we want to see your successes, because when you're talking, right, when you're giving examples, you're feeding us too, right? When I hear Kevin Phelps said, I did this and this, and boom, I did, man, I'm like, I can do that. I'm going to do that. So it gives us energy as well. And so let me just see here. So blab, you got to get blab. I know it sounds silly, but it's not going to be silly when you're watching and learning. All right. You're going to be loving it. All right. And we're going to be heading this ship in the direction. You might even be thinking, I'm going somewhere else in June, Steve. Well, I'm going to tell you that we're going to vector this whole thing on getting people to Anaheim June 24th, 25th, 2016. All right. We don't have a big international convention this year right now, but we're working on. We just did one on the East Coast. We had like 500. It's like the room was piling out. It was like Donald Trump would be happy. He'd be like, look at all the people here, right? Like he talks about all his big events. We had people like piling in the hallway. I was like, what is going on? I was going to the bathroom. I was like, people were like sitting by the bathroom, right? Like to get to watch this event last weekend in Greensboro. And so we want to knock this thing out of the park. Events build your business. If you don't know that, they always do. They build your belief. You get around the people. You see that they're real. You see that they don't shave. You see all the things. You see they wear stupid camouflage shirts. And, you get to be around folks. Right? So anyways, so that's where we're going to be working towards. June 24th, 25th. Are you going to be walking across the stage? Or are you going to be like going, I don't know, I didn't make it. Or I don't. Whatever. You have a chance to do it right now. Make that decision where your business is going to be. And the power of the mastermind is the people come together. All wealthy people have masterminds they're a part of. I'm a part of a mastermind. If I told you how much I paid for it, you'd be like, you're so dumb, right? I actually paid more than I used to make at Dell. Hello. So what I want to do is bring that information that I get from there to you guys so that you can be thinking how you can do this. Network marketing is, to me, far superior. I've seen so many different things with internet marketing and people doing these different businesses and real estate and stock investing. If you have 3 lines optimizing in RX, I don't know. That's $4,000. Your income position bonus. You got a pay line bonus going. You're already up to like $5,000 right there. Matching bonus on that's probably $2,000. Now you're like $7,000 a week. Not bad. Top income earner in RX right now is in China, and they're doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good, right? But all of us in the U.S., there's people in the U.S. that can go past them, and I believe it's going to happen this year. So I want to help lead you guys in that direction. Hopefully this will inspire you to do things and get going. But be excited about this. And the key to the business, if you want to keep it really simple, find people that are interested in talk to people about earning more income. Like, hey, in this day and age, I'm gonna leave you with this, and then my two superstars can like elaborate a little bit or whatever they want to do, and we'll say goodnight. But basically, and in today's day and age, I want you to start thinking entrepreneurial. More people are watching things like Shark Tank. My kids watch Shark Tank every day, right? Every night we watch Shark Tank. I'm like, man, it's cutting into prospecting. But we watch Shark Tank, right? Shark Tank. People are watching like Restaurant Startup. They're watching The Profit. And people are thinking entrepreneurial. They don't necessarily know what to do, right? And but because most of us are trained to be employees. I mean, that's pretty much our whole society. Do what you're told, blah, 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 blah. So we go to college, and it's basically like an employee farm. It's an employee farm. It basically teaches us how to get a job, right? Basically, it doesn't even teach us how to get a job, but it points us in the direction of going and getting a job. So when you get someone to think entrepreneurial, it's different than the main crowd of people. But when you can start thinking like, I would like to make more money, what do I do? And people have business ideas, you can have some conversation with people. You can start say, hey, have you ever thought about, creating more income outside of what you're doing now? I was talking to someone that I know, I coached their little kid in football, right? In this little flag football team. Guy's a surgeon. Like he's a orthopedic surgeon. He does huge surgeries and hip replacements, makes, $500,000 a year. But the other day he's working 24 hours a day. He's like, how is this going to stop? You know? And he's got some cracks in the armor. But what I'm telling you is, in network marketing, I'm like, man, you know, like if he knew that I was making, and I'm making more, and like more than him, but I don't do all the crazy stuff he does. You know, you got to sit with people and talk with them. There's great people out there that want what we have, but they don't know how to get it. And your job is to invite them in and look at it. And you know, and if you're a great inviter, you're going to make money in network marketing. If you can train, you're going to make more money. Okay, so you can do both. Then you can train people how to do that. You're going to make a lot more money. So have those conversations about business. Have you ever thought about creating more income? And then listen to them. Don't just pitch, right? Listen to them. Say, wow. Yeah, I mean, like with Shark Tank, yeah, you know, I have some business ideas. So, you know, what's kept you from doing it? Normally it's money. And I say, well, what if you could, you know, create a business where everything's already there. It's already set up. You know, you can just plug into the system and, you know, you can invite people and you got this. You know, I've got something you may want to see. Boom, invite them to the Wednesday night meeting. There you go. So those are some things. So anyway, Stefan Woodson, we're going to cut it out of here, get people out of here on their Sunday evenings. I'm excited. Marketing Monday is coming tomorrow. Watch out for Stefan and I, and also Woodson. So guys, take away. I'm done.
Go ahead, Stefan. I'm typing.
What? You're typing and I talk?
Yeah. I'm answering everybody on the chat.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Well, maybe just to close here, it's you know, I tried to remember not too long ago where I was like struggling in the business and trying to build my business, and I'm wondering what's happening with me. Like, how am I going to reach the level like Steve has reached? You know, or I was always comparing to others. But you know, if you look at what I have done over the past like 4 years and a half, I don't know how many people you sponsored, Steve, but mine, when I look at my stats, it's about 100 people, which is equivalent about 2 a month. For me to sponsor 2 a month, that means that I actually presented all the business, all the information to about 6 people. All right. So it's not crazy. It's not the end of the world. Like, you have to understand this. The key was that I presented, and I actually had to invite people. Like, I was inviting, and then finally I get someone who say, okay, yes, I'm going to look. And they don't look. I can't count one of those as one of my 6. But when I got my 6 people to actually review information from A to Z, like they reviewed, you know, what I presented to them and did my follow-up, I had 2 sign up. It's about 30%, you know, 25, 30%. That's typically what's going to happen. So when you look at that over a month, it's not that terrible. But you do that every single month for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Guess what happened? You start to climb the ranks. And then some people will call you like you're a top leader, you're a chairperson, whatever. It's just because I presented to more people than others have. That's it. That's all it is. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make sure that you guys have opportunities to present to more people. You have ways to reach out to more people. You have, you know, training so that your team can present to more people and expose the information. That's our mission. That's our goal, is to make sure you're right on track. And you're going to see, you're going to be, you know, one of those who are climbing the ranks. It's not that complicated, but the key is to be consistent and be there. And that's why we need to be consistent ourselves with you, showing up every week and giving you a training and support. But we are going to be in the trenches also. We're going to be building our business and keep on bringing new people. So just watch out, because we're coming up. We're going to do it. So there you go. Tomorrow morning.
That is awesome. And I want to piggyback what Stefan said. This is an accountability group for all of us. We're going to be in the trenches right there with you. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be exciting. And I mean, Stefan is a sponsor monster. And I tell you what, Steve is the best communicator on the phone and recruiting network marketers that I've ever seen. My passion is training and making sure people have the right information, that they don't need to go do something wacky or crazy, and really keep the business about the business and invest in their people. And then some of you have some amazing ideas and amazing principles that are all going to be put to the test. And anything that's proven, we're going to promote it. So if you have something really on your heart that you want to share, Go out and prove it, make a story, and we're going to give you the biggest platform that RX has ever seen to show the world that there is a whole culture of superstars that are getting ready to rise in every single market and take it around the world. So I just love each and every one of y'all, and this is going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Whitson.
Thanks.
Steve.